Hey, what's up, Dividend Nomads? Welcome back to the channel. Today, I want to give y'all a quick portfolio update and let you know what's on my mind for this coming week. And also another big question, margin or not? So let's get into it. I'm going to record the screen for you and share with you my portfolio first, and then share with you what I want to do. So let's record the screen. Bam. Open up Charles Schwab. Bam. Let me go to the home page and refresh this. Okay, so here we are on my home page of Charles Schwab. It's 9:30 in the morning here in China. Market's not open. So right now, $39,635. 2,000 of that is cash, right? So if you look down here at my positions, let's cover this real quick. So for my week one pair right now, QQQY, but I only have 25 shares because this is a new position. And also soon, QQQY is going to start paying weekly. I'm pretty sure of it. So I'm looking to get something that pays me during week one. And I'll share with you some of those in a minute. The next one you see in my portfolio is Coney, which is 1,265 shares. Okay. Coney is trading below my cost average. So this week, you might see me add a little bit of Coney here and there, not a lot, right? I might buy 5 or 10 shares here and there if the price is attractive and lower my cost average. But I'm not going to go crazy because I have a lot of money in this already. And Coney pays week 3, the third week of every month. The next one you see is Misty, MSTY, 320 shares. Misty is paying on the 4th week of every month, but this week it's not paying because they just changed the distribution schedule. So I won't get paid from Misty until the 4th week of next month. So it's going to be a while before we get that payment. Now, like 4 or 5 weeks. Misty is on drip and QQQY is on drip. Coney and you see Ulti at the bottom are not on drip. So Ulti, 1,233 shares, and Ulti is also paying on the 3rd week of every month. So Coney and Ulti pay week 3. I got plenty of week 3 payments, but you still might see me add to Ulti because I really like Ulti a lot, and you can see it's less money in here than in Coney, and I like Ulti better than Coney, to be honest with you. So you might see me adding to this when I get opportunity. So that's what's going on now. Now let's look at this watch list here. So if you look at this watch list, I've got week 1. These are all things that pay the 1st week of every month. And so I'm really looking at Tesla and Crash. Both of these. I like both of these. They're both at attractive prices to me. The rest of these I'm not really interested in. GUIs and YBIT and et cetera, et cetera. I'm not really interested in those. But I might add Tesla or Crash to my portfolio, but I'm not 100% sure yet. I'm kind of torn between what to do here with this. But week 1, I need some more money coming in, especially if QQQY starts paying weekly. So maybe I'll hold off until the weekly distributions start with QQQY before I buy something dedicated only to week 1. Now the next one, week 2, really the only things I'm interested in here is NVIDIA and maybe dips and FBY. What's going on here? Hey. Sorry. All right, so anyway, yeah, NVIDIA dips and FBY, which is Facebook. The rest of them I'm not really interested in. So and the prices are kind of high on these right now. I'm not really interested in buying these at this price. So week 2, probably not going to be buying anything right now. Week 3, again, not really interested other than averaging down on Coney and Ulti. The rest of these, I just not really interested in because I have too many week 3 pairs. Week 4, I've already got Misty. And the rest of these, honestly, I'm not really that interested in either. So I'm just going to stick with Misty and drip those dividends on there. So that's what's going on right now. And now when it comes to this thing, right, if you look over here, I've got $40,000 here. So basically, like some of these have 50% margin, some have 30% margin, but I've been considering using some margin lately. So just for example, let's just say it's 50%. So I have basically $40,000 there. I have access to $20,000, right? I can borrow pretty much $20,000 to buy stuff in here, which would bring my portfolio value up, to $60,000, which will make my distributions a lot better. But now you have this margin debt. So I'm not trying to max out my margin, especially with the market volatility now, elections coming up and that kind of thing. So I'm not really interested in doing that. But what I was thinking about doing, since I don't really have to have these distributions to live off of right now, I was thinking about taking out, using just enough margin that the distributions pay back. So right now, for example, I think I would get around $3,000 per month for my distributions. So if I borrow $3,000 worth of margin to just up my portfolio just a little bit, and then at the end of the month, my margin will be wiped out. The debt will be 100% wiped out because of the distributions I received. So basically, just borrowing enough that the distributions cover the entire margin debt, just to kind of slowly bring the portfolio value up quicker, and let the distributions pay the margin off. So for example, say I borrow that money this month, say $3,000, and that's going to get me, an extra $300 distribution. So next month, I'll have, maybe a $3,500 worth of distributions I'll be able to receive. So next month, maybe I'll borrow $3,500 in margin from my brokerage, and then, let that pay that back. And next thing you know, just like gradually increase how much I'm borrowing, but make sure it's getting 100% paid off every single month. That way I don't have to worry about debt or worry about some kind of margin call or something like that. So it's just an idea. It's just a thought right now, but I would love to hear what you think about that idea. What's your thoughts on that? I've never used margin before, so I'm not sure how I really feel about doing it. But I know 100% for sure if I was going to use margin, I would not, use all that's available. I wouldn't be on max margin, or even, I don't think I would even use like 50% of the margin that's available, which would be like $10,000 would be 50% of the margin that's available. Because I have like maybe 20,000 available to me, maybe more, but I don't even want to use 10,000 of it because I can't pay it off in 1 month. It will take a couple months of distributions to pay that off. And I've been debt free for so long, and just the idea of having some type of debt over my head just really doesn't sit well with me. But if it's just enough where it's paid off immediately, right, then it's fine. Because I do that with credit cards sometimes, like maybe just to make sure I'm keeping a good credit rating or something like that. I might use credit cards and buy something. For example, I'd say I use credit card for my living expenses this month. It only cost me $1,000 to live, and then at the end of the month, when the bill comes, I pay the whole thing off in one go. Just paid $1,000 because, for one, that makes my credit better, and also get like miles and points and things like that from credit cards where I can fly for free and that kind of thing. So sometimes it's beneficial to use those for that kind of thing. So I was thinking about treating margin the same way that I treat my credit cards. Borrow some money, pay it off as soon as the bill comes. Like right now, bam, one go, pay it all off. And, just kind of use it as a little bit of leverage to get more distributions slowly, right? I'm not going to change the world with, $3,000 worth of margin, depending on what I get, that might be $200 or $300 extra per month in distributions. So that's just what's on my mind. And also another thing I want to share with y'all is I think I'm going to start doing a series on, investing in high yield dividends for beginners and that people who are just getting started in this kind of know the step-by-step direction. So I might start dropping those videos on Wednesday, just like midweek in between my market updates, and just give people like a whole entire series so they can have a playlist set up and they can watch it from beginning to end, from video 1 to, to the last video, on how to get started and all the ins and outs of these kind of things, just to educate people a little bit more. Because I see a lot of people asking questions about, oh, what's this and what's that and blah, blah, blah. So if some of those are a little bit too simple for you guys, then that's cool, I understand. But I do want to introduce this idea to some people because I've gotten some questions from people who just seem to be a little bit lost on a lot of things. And I just want to make things clear and easy to understand for those people who are wanting to get started in this thing like you and I are doing. So we might see some of those videos show up soon. And, if you don't watch it, that's cool. I understand, because it might not be for you. Like, you might already know what you're doing. And I'm not claiming to be an expert because I'm not, but, I'm steps ahead of some other people. So why not share that information? So anyway, that's what's on my mind right now for the next coming weeks, or this week, plus as far as future videos go, probably just once a week on Wednesday, I might make some type of educational video for that. So, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And I will see y'all on the next video.